What's going on, guys? Here we are, day number 61, back at it again. 2 days, second day back. And this is actually going to be my third workout day in a row. I did back on Sunday. I did legs yesterday, and today is arms. I was contemplating, I had the thought in my head that today would be a rest day because I'm trying to approach a schedule of 2 days on, 1 day off. 1 day of rest with 2 days of workout. I think that is the ideal ratio because if you break it down across the week, you're still going to get 5 days of exercise. If you go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays off, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays off, Sunday, that's 5 days in the gym, but you're splitting it up in 2 days on, 1 day off. So you're getting twice the amount of work for the rest and you're still getting ample recovery because most people either go 3 on, 1 off, some do 6 on, 1 off. Some don't even take rest days. So it's definitely important. I definitely think the 2-to-1 ratio is ideal, especially when bulking. We are right now, of course, in a cutting context. So we're going to return to the gym, burn some calories. We were in a 1,900 calorie deficit yesterday. We'll be in about the same again today because I've started, or just this 2 days period right now, I made enough meals for 2 days. So I meal prep 2 days instead of just 1 day. So we'll be in the same deficit today if we give the same output. The output will be a little bit less, of course, because we're doing arms instead of legs, but we're still going to go in and go as hard as possible. Of course, it's arms. We need to bring them up. You can see they're small and we want them to get bigger. So we're going to go in, we're going to go harder, and you're going to see everything. So yesterday I thought it was a good video. Today we're going to the second gym on the possibility list, Iron City Barbell. We're going to go in. It's more of a grunge, underground bodybuilding, old school gym. And we're going to go in there and hit arms. And today I'm going to start with triceps because, you know, this whole time I've been doing a lot of biceps, focusing on biceps because I thought that I wanted my biceps bigger, and I do, and I still do. I still need them bigger, much, much bigger. We're just starting on that train. But also, I don't want to neglect the tricep. I want a big hunk of meat just hanging off the back, especially when I'm up on my arm like this. See, my shoulders nice and rounded, my tricep out like this, my bicep out like this. So we're going to start with triceps, and we're doing heavy skull crushers. And the only place I can do heavy skull crushers is at Iron City Barbell because the only easy bar, cambered bars at Planet Fitness, there is no, camber bar where you can put your own plates on. They don't have that, and they only go up to 60 pounds. Well, for my top set of skull crushers, I do 165 pounds. So that's not going to be ideal, especially if we want to pack on mass. If you want to pack on mass and fill out your frame, you do need to lift some heavy weights. I just heard Wesley Vissers say that today in his winner's seminar speech. You got to lift some heavy weights. Now, that doesn't mean there's not time to do, other styles of training. You want to, an ideal program incorporates all styles into one program throughout the lift. It's when you really reach that enlightened territory, that mastery category where you can go in and, feel it out and really accomplish what you want to accomplish and do so across a wide spectrum of technique. So that's today. We're feeling good. We're drinking this. We're going to drink this prior to going because it's only about a 5-minute drive to the gym. That's another advantage of this gym. It's not as far. Planet Fitness is about 30 minutes. So we are just chipping away, chipping along, making do with what we have. And that is the name of the game. Utilize what is at your disposal in order to garner the ends you desire. So the means don't matter, the ends do most. And the means matter as much as you assign weight to them. And the better the means, the easier the ends, but easier has never been the goal. The goal has always been better. And better is often not easier. So that's all a roundabout way to say make do with what you have. You can't change what you have. Well, you can over time, but what you have at your availability right now is what you need to use to get better, and that's what we're doing. So we will see you in the gym. We're going to start with skull crushers right now.
Okay, so here we are. I'm going to start with skull crushers in this gym. There might be a sound issue with the music, but it's mostly old classic rock. So we'll see what happens with that. But anyways, here we go. Warm up. Number 115. Ooh, all right, let's go up. All right, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to do basically pyramid. First one was 115. Now I got 165. If this goes well, we get 12 good reps. We'll go ahead and add 10 pounds each side. We'll do 185. Hit a PR. That'd be great. Small PR is what you want when you're cutting. Ensures that you're keeping the muscle that you've worked so hard to build. But anyways, we're going to go 12 here, 185. Then we'll go back down to 165, back down to 115. Considering this set, we'll see how this set feels. So here we go. Good set. Let's go up. All right. So here we are back for a true top set. We got 185 on the camber bar, 245s, 225s, 210s. And goal is going to be 8. 12 obviously is a bonus, like always. But one thing that, when I was younger, I had a really good bench press. And I also always had tricep development. The reason for that has always been skull crushers. Helped me tremendously on my bench. Helped me tremendously grow my triceps. So we're going to keep on trying to grow those. Anyways, here we go. Ooh. 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 Ah. Ah. That's it. All right. Got 8. Let's go back down. Okay, so got 8, which is okay. Next time we'll go for 9. But we're going to go back down 165. We're going to get this for 12 no matter what. If I have to stop, take a few breaths, rest, pause, get it again, I will. But we're going to do this for 12, and then we'll do a finishing set with 115 for 12, and that one will be a lot slower. Anyways, let's get to this one. Here we go. Ooh. 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 Come on. Wow, let's go. Woo. Woo. There we go. Good set. Woo. Okay, here we go. Last set here. And basically, this is all about feeling the tricep. Slow it down, less weight. Really get a good contraction. Focus on the tension throughout the rep. That's the big thing I'll be focusing on. So here we go. There we go. Skull crushers done. Next. All right, next up, we got cable pushdowns, and the stack actually is too light. It's not heavy enough, but in order to offset that, we're going to utilize proper technique and tempo ranges in order to make sure we feel the muscle being hit the whole time. So I'll probably do 4 sets of these, 12 to 15, and just the focus is on feeling the tricep work and filling the tricep with blood. So here we go. All right, let's move on to something a little heavier. All right, next up, we got one arm overhead extension, focusing on the stretch, much like the skull crusher, hitting the long part of the tricep, and doing 40 pounds. I want to get 4 solid sets of 12, so let's do it. Well, 11. All right, triceps already sufficiently gassed. But we'll keep grinding those out. As always, goal is 8. So that was one. All right, 2 more like that. One more, all we can give. Yeah, we're not out of this one. All right, new exercise. All right, next up we got dumbbell kickbacks, and as you could see from the overhead extension and from the skull crush in the beginning, the triceps are already pretty gassed. So the next few exercises we're going to be doing to just increase the pump, but we're going to get at least 2 in here. We'll play it by ear, but I'm thinking 2. If we need more, we'll do more. Here we go, number 1. Ah. Ah. There we go. We'll do more. Bah. Ah. Ah. Bah. Yeah. Ah. All right. Next. All right, we're here for the last tricep exercise. And this is an old favorite of mine, one I've really liked doing for a long time. Haven't done it, I don't think, throughout the entire time making videos. So it's a good one to make a video on right now. It's reverse grip tricep extension. So you do get a little bit of bicep here, which is good because it's the last tricep exercise before we move into biceps. But what you really want to think about is keeping your arms fixed and just extending the triceps. It hits them at a little bit of a different angle than we've been hitting throughout. And in between the last set you saw and this set, I did some extra push downs because the weight was easy. Just want to get the muscles pumped up a little bit more. So we're gonna do 4 sets of these, full stack, probably 12 reps. We'll see. Here we go. Ah, ah, ah. All right, triceps, filleted, biceps. All right, so on the biceps, and typically I like to do straight bar, slow and controlled, because it gives the most supination of the wrist, which leads to the most activation of the biceps. So that's what I like to start with typically. Over here, we just have the camber bar. We don't have a small straight bar, which is fine. But we're gonna up the weight slightly, 75, very strict reps. We're gonna do 12 of these before we get into something a little heavier. So here we go. Wow. Ah. 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 Good set. 2 more like that. Intense. Let's go. Savage. Come on. Ah. Ah. Come on. We're growing. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Enough of those. I think we're going to do maybe 1 or 2 sets of scoops, a little bit faster, tighter grip, leaning over a little bit more. Same weight. I think 2 sets like that. All right, pretty good bicep pump already, obviously, because we did the triceps first. Love to see it. But next we're going to do scoops, 2 sets of these, quicker reps. Here we go. Here we go. One more like that. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. All right. Next. All right, next up, dumbbell alternate curl. Using 50s, and we're a little bit gassed. We'll see how it goes. We'll take it set by set, but we're at least going to get 1, right? So 1 right now. All right, 1 more. Just like that. All right, here we go. Alternate dumbbell curl. We're going to do 1 more set here. And it's going to be better than the first. And then we'll move on to another exercise. So let's get it going. All right, let's do some preacher curls. All right, here we are, lined up for preacher curls. We got 65 on the bar. Camber bar is 25, 40. If you include the 410s we have across the board. But we're going to get this in, probably 2 sets, but I'm going to push it pretty hard as far as I can. And then we'll go on to another exercise. This exercise, I'm going to do 2 sets. Next exercise, maybe we'll do 4. That's too far ahead, though. 1 set at a time here. First set right now. Oh, come on. Ah. Whoa. All right, last preacher curl. Let's get it better than the first. Let's find that rhythm earlier. Get at least 15. We'll see. Let's go. Smart it up. Let's go. 2 more. Ooh. All right, next. All right, we're feeling good, feeling taxed. Next up, we got hammer curls, and we're gonna do 4 sets of these, 45 pounds, really attacking the outer part of the bicep, the brachialis. Get it going. All right, enough of that. All right, so my phone battery could go at any second. So this will probably be the last set you'll see. But just so you know what I'm doing, I'm going to do peaks. It's pretty much you hold it like a waiter would, and you try to keep it flat, focusing on the peak of the bicep. And after that, I'm going to finish with some reverse curls and then forearms. But you probably won't see those 2 exercises. We'll see you back in the kitchen. So here's one of peaks. All right, so for the sake of the video, arm day.
All right, here we are back post arm day. We hit arms. We didn't get the last 2 exercises, I guess, on film. I also did reverse grip camber bar curls, and I did 1 final set of easy bar curls like you did see, and then I did some forearms. And I have a new forearm exercise that I wish I got to show you guys. Fortunately did it, but you'll see it next arm day here in probably about 5 days. So great lift. The triceps, going triceps first. I really like that a lot. Really got good output out of my triceps. PR as far as weight on the skull crusher. Love to see that. And, you know, the stack was a little light. That's the only qualm that I had really about the whole day, was the stack was a little light for the pushdowns. But it's okay. We made up for it with technique, but not only technique, but also with the rep range. So, of course, anywhere between 5 and 30 reps can promote hypertrophy. That is the point of failure within 5 to 30 reps. So, you know, I think the sweet spot's around 8 to 12, preferably 12. But if you get above that, you have lighter weight at your disposal. You don't have any other heavy weight to be able to lift. It's okay to do some more reps and reach failure that way, because the true sentiment of the word, you are taxing the muscle the same amount as long as you're going hard and you're going to failure. So that's the story there. All in all, good day, really good day. Enjoyed it. I think we got a lot of good clips. hit arms, physique's looking good. We are leveling up in all of the right vectors, and we're just gonna keep climbing, keep being compelling. So that's the story. I still have to do cardio, so I'm gonna do an hour cardio. I've been walking outside because the weather's been so perfect. Today it's a little rainy. It's been raining versus sun, I guess, on and off all day, but it looks okay right now. It's about 5, maybe 6 o'clock. So I got about an hour of daylight left. It's going to be perfect to complete my cardio. And then tomorrow is going to be a rest day. So tomorrow we're resting. Tomorrow, today I could have had a rest day, but tomorrow definitely need it. We'll rest tomorrow, and then we'll come back the next day with, I guess it'll be day 63. You'll have to see. It'll either be back or chest, one of the two. But I'm thinking it's going to be chest, probably chest. But we'll keep you updated there. You'll see it all in real time. Everything's good. And I guess the one thing that I wanted to touch on here in this post show, I know it's going to be a little maybe shorter today, but one thing I wanted to talk about was, what does it mean and what does it take to be compelling? Now, this can be in bodybuilding. This could be in, any sport that you partake in. This could be in public speaking. This could be in politics. This could be in sales, persuasion, trying to attract a female, anything. And the key component that's going to promote you to seeing more yeses or more affirmations of positive reinforcement is if you are compelling or not. Are you compelling or are you not compelling? And what does that word even really mean? Interesting. Are you somebody that exudes value and that another person should take an interest in? That is really what compelling is. And how do you become compelling, or how are you compelling? And I think it really has to do with the work that you put in day after day when you're not being seen, when you don't have the opportunity to be compelling, but you are instead preparing to be compelling. So if you put the work in and you prepare day after day, even though you're not seeing the fruit of your labor, there will be a time when opportunity comes and you have the chance to be compelling to your given audience, or whatever your seeked audience, the audience you're seeking. You'll have the opportunity to be compelling to them. But it comes down to the work you put in before that. If you hadn't put in the work, it's the odds are not in your favor to be able to rise to the occasion. The expression is, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall back to your training. And that's why you want your training to be at the pinnacle. So when you have that chance and that opportunity, you know that the lowest or the worst you'll be is how hard you've trained. And then any amount that you rise above that will just be icing on the cake. And in that event, you will be compelling. And in becoming compelling and being compelling, especially in this one given opportunity that you've sought after, and now you're able to present yourself as such, you'll thrive in that environment. And what'll happen is you'll receive more opportunities to do so again in the future. But it all comes down to day by day. Are you putting the work in, like I said yesterday, to be better than you were yesterday? Are you doing what it takes to improve yourself? And that's just a question for the person in the mirror. It's really the only person that can answer it is yourself. And I think that, tying it back to me a little bit, goes into me putting these videos out every, I want it to be every day. I guess it's going to be every 3 days. Because this is me training. I'm training to be compelling. I want to be compelling. I want the audience to see me as a compelling individual. And it only comes with practice, like everything. You got to practice. I'm not going to get big muscles if I never go to the gym and work out. That's kind of the story. So whatever you're doing, practice being compelling. And then there's different vectors of compelling. Obviously, your physical stature, your tone and tenor of the words you say, how you say them, how you're able to contort or move your body to attract the audience into liking you, the likability factor, the compelling. And then there's another facet of being compelling where you're the, anti-hero, or people like to hate on you. And, the most famous example of that is Donald Trump. He's polarizing, but no one could say that he's not compelling. And I think ultimately that's the goal, is to be a compelling person. And in becoming that compelling person, you attract attention. And then because of the preparation that you put in to become that compelling person, you are ready for the attention, and you can go forward with the intention of garnering more and showing out and really just putting your best self forward when the moment arrives. So that's a little bit of wisdom, something that I was thinking about today while I was completing my tasks of becoming a better person myself. How do you become compelling? What can I do to be more compelling? And, what is a way to see if I am becoming more compelling? And for me, that is distilled down to doing the right things to be a little bit better day after day. And, even if you put that in a vacuum, if I do that over and over again, I'll be more compelling in 3 months than I was 3 months ago. And that's all I can do, is be better than myself. Like I said, it's a you versus you. You're playing the cards that you're dealt. And if you adopt that mindset and you keep that in mind and you keep on striving to be better and more compelling as the most important idea here. And I think that is to say that your intention, because it is about what your intention is. If you have the correct intention, you'll move closer to the thing you want. You have to set the intention. That's really the first step. So this is all a message to have that intention on being compelling. And it's all encompassing. It can do with many different things, but it's hard to argue if something is compelling or not. So that's that. And this whole thing's got me thinking about Dune 2, actually, which everybody says is super compelling and one of the best movies ever. I've yet to hear a bad review. I couldn't even watch the first 30 minutes of Dune 1. I don't know, how I feel about that, but I just have never liked the desert scenes. The whole desert environment's never really been my thing. But, hopefully I can watch Dune 2 and I don't need to watch Dune 1 to get it. But we'll see. I know a lot of people like both of them. So I'm going to at least watch Dune 2. I did watch Oppenheimer. I know I'm late to the party there, but I don't watch a lot of movies, so it's really got to be compelling or have a lot of positive reviews behind it for me to check it out. And I was blown away by Oppenheimer. Obviously, Christopher Nolan's one of my favorite directors in the world. All of his, countless movies that he's been able to produce that have all been spectacular and awe-inspiring. That's really what I, strive for, is really being moved. And Oppenheimer moved me. That is for sure. So that's just a little bit of side conversation. Anyways, we had a great lift today. We're feeling good. The cuts are coming into play. And we're going to keep on moving up day after day. So staying in the deficit, strategically upping my calories when needed to fill back out and feed the muscle and retain the muscle while I drop the body fat. And we're going to keep on moving. So appreciate you watching. That's all for today. We'll see you not tomorrow, day after, all right?